Hey y'all, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something fun. I have been wanting to do a true crime mani for centuries. And I reached out to one of my fellow YouTubers here on this old app and asked her because somehow in a comment in the comment section of one of my videos, we got to talking about true crime. She loves true crime. And I was like, sis, let's collab. So this design is going to be in collaboration with my good Judy Priya over at PriyaKsNails. Of course, I will have a link to her channel up here in the cards. I'll also have a link to her video either in the description box or down in the comments somewhere. Go check out her video. I'll also include somewhere along the way in this video her mani that she has done. I can't wait to see it because we're both sort of working on it at the same time, but I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. Okay, so as stated, I have been wanting to do a true crime mani forever because I have owned this Bailey Sarian plate forever. I used to be a huge Bailey Sarian fan. I sort of fell off watching her. Not really sure why. I don't know. Maybe my time was taken up with a bunch of other things. Oh yeah, that's right. I was running a business. But this plate was actually created in a sorry. Let me start over. A Facebook group that does custom stamping plates. There we go. And they did a Bailey plate. And I'm sorry, this is going to be just very reflective-y. So, yeah, so this is in conjunction, or I guess Manitude is the group that did this Bailey plate, and it's Manitude by Mystery. And as you can see, it's got all of Bailey's little sayings, get better idols, nay, nay, I say, suspish, her murder, mystery, and makeup Mondays. She's got, what do we have? We have Crew Trim and Nails, nay, nay, I say, suspish. Sha-na-na, 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 sha-na-na. Okay, that's her little opening theme song. All right, Tara, be quiet. So I'm excited because I've never used this plate for a true crime design. I think I've used maybe one or two of these little images here, just around. I think I've used a little knife. I don't know. I've used maybe a couple of these little tiny images, but I've never actually used it for its purpose, which is a true crime plate. I've pulled out foils. I've pulled out, what else do I have? A total of 6 stamping plates. I don't really know. I don't really know where this is going to take me. I do have a bit of an idea that I sort of sketched out thinking, oh, I think I want to do this. I think I want to do this. Y'all know me. I just going to be flying by the seat of my pants. But before I continue, I know you're all looking at this Prugly polish that I'm wearing. G Money gave this polish to me last year. This is Maniology's Fruitcake. I think it was in last year's, their Box of Joy or something. I don't know, their holiday box. She absolutely hated it. She hated it. And I love me a good Prugly. So I applied this today. I haven't worn a regular polish in quite some time. So I know y'all are just dying to know what kind of Prugly polish this is. And it is a chartreuse Crelly loaded with gold and red and green glitters. And I freaking love it. Have not worn it until today. And I'm obsessed. I love, love, love. All right. So let me be quiet. I'll switch over to voiceover and just show y'all what it is I'm going to be doing and using in this set. All right, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on the base because all 4 of these nails are going to have the exact same base. I'm using Old Town from Madam Glam because I didn't want something super stark white. A little bit was going for kind of a grungy type of vibe. Not that I made these nails look dirty and grungy, but anyway, I just didn't want a super bright white polish. So I'm going to do 2 coats of Old School on all 4 of these nails. And then I'm going to go in with Madam Glam's black gel paint. Is that what it's called? Black gel paint. Yeah, I think. And I'm going to, okay, girl, you still painting. Okay. So I'm going to do 2 coats again of Old School. Yes. black gel paint. And I'm going to put a little bit of this after I do a swirly twirly. Put a little bit of this on my palette. Okay, so here's the deal. Let me give you all just a little bit of a pro tip. One thing that I love to do when I want to sponge, when I want to do a spongy design, use an eyeshadow applicator when you're wanting to do a sponged, or when you're wanting to sponge, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, in a small area, or when you want to sort of just isolate, you know, that look, right? That sponge look. Um, and I didn't want to go over too far. I really just wanted to keep my little spongy areas just on that outside border. So using an eyeshadow applicator, I keep wanting to say an eye brush applicator. Using an eyeshadow applicator, amazing, works flawlessly. You're going to dip your applicator in it and then sort of tap that off onto your palette to just sort of, you know, you don't want it, I didn't want it super concentrated, right? So I do 2 coats of this all around the border on all 4 of these tips. And here's what they be looking like right now. So now they are ready for the arts, y'alls, and that's where the magic happens. But I do wipe this tip off. This, I'm going in with a nail full glue, and I don't know why, but I like to wipe off the tacky layer before I use my nail art glue. Now the thing with this particular design, again, I had a vision for this particular nail. I'm pretty much going to just dry brush this glue on here. So I'm going to wipe off pretty much as much of that polish or glue as I can. I'm not going over the entire surface. I wanted to keep everything within this old school, you know, that cream colored background. Didn't want anything to be overlapping onto my black border. So I'm pretty much just going to dry brush this glue on here and then cure that for for 60 seconds. And then I have these 2, I pulled out 3 fulls, but I'm only going to show y'all 2 because these are the 2 that I use. And I have this wonky, just wacky, I really wanted to use this kooky, creepy eyeball right here, but my tip was not big enough. But it does have this sort of newspapery type image on there. And then also this one. Now this text right here is in Latin, and I think it's even printed backwards. I can't see right now because I'm old and my screen's far away. But I've cut out 2 little pieces because I pretty much just I don't want this all over. Again, just like I told y'all with the nail foil glue, I didn't put the glue all over because I didn't want the foils all over. So I'm just going to be pushing just little tiny sections of these foils just in the glue. And I'm going to start with this one that looks the most, I think, like a newspaper print. Again, no idea what it says. Doesn't matter. It does not matter because even from afar, you can tell sort of the look that I was going for, right? Like, you know, I'm looking for a newspapery type of a feel. And now this one's looking a little bit more, I don't want to say vintagey, but it's a little bit dingier, I guess, with the color of the print on here. So same thing, just sort of press a couple different sections of the foil down. And I'm already like, okay, this is coming out flawlessly, and I love it. So I'm going to do, I think, just one more little section here. Pull that off. Boom. That nail, not quite done, but that background is done. So basically the rest of this, I think the rest of this entire mani is just stamping, y'all. And because there's so much, and a lot of it was pretty fiddly, I'm just going to sort of fly through a lot of it. But I do use the red rum image from the Bailey plate right here on this index nail over the foils. Loved how that turned out. So that is red rum. And if you don't know, red rum is Moida spelled backwards. So there you go. And that nail is now complete. So now this is the, and forgive me if I'm going out of order, I think this is the middle. Is this the middle nail? I don't know. This is the next nail. And I'm just going to put a little bloody fingerprint right up here on this one. And then this one, I'm doing a reverse stamp. This is crime scene tape. And
there are two different crime scene tape images on here. This one is the crisscross one, and there's an image right below that. It's just one little strip of crime scene tape, which I will use later on. But I'm going to fill this in with It's Puff Pfeiffer. The P is not silent, and this is from my brand. This is my neon yellow, and I'm just going to. Okay, so one thing that I'd want to mention here, because I use sticky black stamping polish, anytime you use a sticky stamping polish, and I didn't really give this polish enough time to dry before I went in with that neon yellow. So I really tried to make sure that I did not drag my brush through the yellow down into that black, because I did that already and it screwed it up. So I had to redo this whole entire image all over again. So just make sure I was trying to make sure that I sort of floated that yellow over the black. And that's it. Of course, I gave it maybe 10-15 minutes to dry on the stamper before I went to stamp it in. But it's still soft enough that, well, I went to cut it off because I didn't want anything on the black. But it was still soft, and I just pulled some of it off. It was fine. But yeah, I didn't want any of this reverse stamped image on my black border because I was trying to keep that border looking fresh and crisp. So that's that. This nail is still not finished because I'm going to go in with a lot of little blood splatters in just a sec. But look, cute. I kind of wish like the tape could have been basically from left to right, but my tip ain't wide enough, so I had to angle that kind of oddly. But it was fine. Again, from a distance, y'all know that shit be crime scene tape. So I was happy with that. Now I'm just going to sort of sprinkle some little blood splatter images around those two main images on that tip. And then this plate is the Maniology plate that G Money gave me when I was at her house a couple weeks ago. She was like, I'll never use this. And I thought, ma'am, these are ransom note letters. Yes. Yes, please. I'm taking this plate. Thank you. So here I am, stamping on some ransom note letters and some little bullets here. And is this, yeah, I think that nail was done. And so this is my ring fingernail, I believe, pinky. I don't remember what the hell I'm on now. So I've got some little handcuffs, a little DNA image, another crime scene tape image. So now I'm going in with a glossy top coat because I don't want to smear any of my stamping. And now I'm going to finish it off because velvet matte, all of the things, honey. So here goes my velvet matte top coat. You guys, just wait until you see this finished product. Oh, love. So in love.
Yeah. Tell me what you think, you guys. How did I do? Yes, this is an actual cleaver. You know, sometimes you have an idea and you have everything planned out. You think it's going to look amazing, and then it doesn't, but you still make something serviceable. This time I had an idea, and I fucking killed it. Every pun intended. I'm sorry, but I rocked the hell out of this. Rocked it. Love it. This is now one of my all-time favorite manis that I have done all freaking year. I'm obsessed. Whoops. I keep hitting my thing. Look at it. I freaking love it so bad. Ugh. Okay. All right. I think my nail art game is just going to go downhill from here because I rocked this. I love it. Ugh. Okay, y'all let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite nail is. Did you like the fulls I did? Because I did the glossy top coat over all my stamping and stuff, and then I did my matte top coat. This, like the images, it may be hard to see on camera. Hang on, let me try to zoom in. These look, maybe there you can see, they look like, oh gosh, I'm trying to figure out what the term is to describe what these images look like, because they're sandwiched in between. They look frosted. Maybe that's, I don't know. They just look weird. Not weird, but they look different. And of course I know a velvet matte top coat is going to be sort of, you know, that flocked velvet, frosty looking thing. But they look like they're recessed. I don't know, man. It's hard to forget it. Just forget everything I've been saying. All right, let me zoom back out. Okay, y'all, let me know. Let me know how I did. Let me know which nail was your fave. Let me know how you like my little Bailey Sarian plate. Oh, I love this. I love me some true crime. And I am so happy. I'm still zooming out, I'm so happy that finally my very first true crime design was it was a fucking hit, man. I'm sorry. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
And speaking of loving it, this is Priya's design. She went the route of Sherlock Holmes. Look at that freaking magnifying glass, y'all. The way I squealed when I saw this. Thank you so much for collabing with me, Mama. I love it.
Okay, that's going to do it for me. If you stuck around this long, cookies, kudos, and trophies to y'all. The keyword is moida. The keyword is murder. That's going to do it for me, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye!